What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this POV review by Autobahn. I have to do this single-handedly because I have an umbrella. This is the Mercedes CLS 63 AMG S, a 2015 model. It is soaking wet out today. It's cold, but the owner Joel came all the way from Stuttgart to bring me his car and to test drive it. He already booked his hotel. We couldn't cancel it, so we'll just have to accept these conditions and have fun with this amazing CLS 63 that can be yours for only £10.99. It is incredible, but we'll talk about that later. So as I said, it's a 2015 model, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It's one of those specs I really like. It's this off-white with all the silver trim, so really classic spec. Same goes for the wheels. So these beautiful traditional AMG silver wheels, silver V8 bi-turbo badge on the side there, all this silver trim in the front. What a gorgeous car. It's a US spec because Joel is stationed US military in Stuttgart, and he imported this to Germany. He's now selling it through a raffle in which you can compete, as I said, for only £10 something, £10.99, and this can be yours for only £10.99. This is a legend. This is a future classic. This is one of the best Mercedes cars ever made, really. I just drove it. It is incredible. It's even better than I remember it to be. And it looks absolutely gorgeous. I love the first generation of CLS. One of the prettiest four doors ever made, if you ask me, but this successor is, I don't think as beautiful. I think the first gen, the later ones, are one of the most beautiful cars ever made. But this is also just gorgeous. I do prefer this engine though. I know people really like the 6.2 naturally aspirated engine. For me, this 5.5 liter is the AMG engine. Where is the stupid latch? It is absolutely soaking. Ah. So here we have it, the 5.5 liter V8 bi-turbo that succeeded the 6.2, as I said. This has 585 horsepower and 800 newton meters. 0 to 100, 3.6 seconds thanks to launch control. Not sure we're going to try that out today because it's just too wet. 250 kilometers an hour, but if you have the AMG drivers package, it'll do 300 something. This does have that package, so it is absolutely Autobahn approved. I don't have to explain that we're not doing that today, but we are going to do measurements. So we're going to check what it will do 100 to 200. That's something we can do because we don't need a lot of traction for that. And we're just going to enjoy it. We're going to do some sound clips, and we're just going to enjoy this car because it's an absolute legend, and it's 10 times better than anything that came out after this, I think. So the interior is really beautiful. We have this big piece of carbon fiber here on the center dash. Big bulky Mercedes seats that are just absolutely lovely. You can adjust them in every way you want. A lot of physical buttons. That's really good. Small screen with Apple CarPlay actually. And this beautiful IWC little clock right there. This is the heydays of Mercedes and AMG. It's just lovely. I love it. Beautiful dash with the rev counter and the right big speedometer that'll go up to 200 miles an hour or 320 kilometers an hour. And then you have these little switches which have an AMG Autobahn logo on there. Same goes for the gear selector, same goes for the headrest. I love this thing. I want it. I'm going to buy a lot of tickets to be able to get this. And it was also available as a shooting brake, as you guys might know. So sort of a station wagon which I think is just one of the most beautiful cars ever made. This is one of the most beautiful four doors, and I think the shooting brake is one of the sexiest stations out there. I prefer it to an Audi RS6 actually, so that really is saying something. So as you can see, 150,685 kilometers. I'm going to add a few to those, and I can't wait to get started. We're going to just stick it into Sport Plus mode. The valves open up. The sound that this thing produces is like nothing else. It's such a thunderous sound. It's low, it's bassy, it's a typical AMG V8. And don't forget the fact that AMG had to succeed at 6.2, which is one of the most legendary engines ever made. And then they came up with this and they absolutely nailed it. They made a bi-turbo engine that sounds evil, really evil, but it's just the right amount of noise. So you can also see people straight piping these, doing downpipes and stuff like that, but then it's really over the top. It's too much. And Joel, the owner, said I've maintained it really well. I can tell. Really, Autobahn stamp of approval for this car. It feels like new, and you don't need to do anything. You don't need to do an exhaust, you don't need to do downpipes. The sound already is so beefy and nice and muscly, and just gorgeous. This is what we want. This is what we want, right guys? Oh, it really got worse after this. So after this came the 4-liter V8 bi-turbo that we've had for I don't know how long now, but this is much better. And it's a very reliable engine. So if you ask an AMG engineer or mechanic, what is your favorite engine? A lot of them will tell you this is it, the 5.5. So it does have launch control if you hit it, if you put it into RS, but I think it's just simply too wet. So we're going to stick it into sport mode. We're not going to do 3.6, not even going to approach that number, but 4.07. Let me assure you, it will do 3.6 if it is dry, if you use launch control. I have no doubt it's still doing that number. So the first thing I noticed is the fact that it feels light. It feels light. It looks like a big heavy car, but it's really quite playful and really well handling. I love these seats, these big bolsters that you can adjust with this sort of panel right here. I love that. So I have side support from my hip up until my armpit, which is so good, so good. And that bark you get on the upshift, oh, sensational really. Same goes for the downshift. It's really good. You can also just stick it into manual mode, and I have to say I thought it would be really sluggish and slow, this gearbox, but I actually quite like it. So they updated a lot of things with this sort of facelift when they also introduced this S model. They called it an AMG S back then. Now they call it an AMG E63S, so they sort of mixed that up. As I said, we're not going to do any top speed today, because as you can see, it's super wet out. But we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can do like a 100 to 200 run. Would be really cool to have this in the archive, because I don't think we've ever measured one. So I have to look for a nice patch to try that 100 to 200. So optionally you could also get carbon ceramic brakes. This one doesn't have them, but as I said, it feels lighter than I expected it to be. So I'm really happy with these steel brakes. They're pretty nice. Okay, this is sort of okay. Let's floor it. Oh, barky! It is so barky. Oh, why isn't it just dry? This is like dry humping, wet humping. I really wanted to really try it out. Okay. Stop blowing. There we go. That's an 844. I mean, it'll be quicker in the dry, I'm sure, but okay, let's give it one more try. No one behind us. $829. I want one of these. So as I said, if you have that same emotion, if you want it to be yours, you can get it through the raffle. Go check out the link in the description and you can get this CLS 63 AMGs for the price of an average McDonald's visit. And if one of you guys wins this car, let me know. I would love to hear your story and what you plan to do with it. Also really like the calibration of the gearbox in Sport Plus mode. It just knows what you want from this engine. If you really want to ride that wave of torque, or if you really want it to be aggressive, and it's a really nice car, this. Okay guys, I'm afraid this was it. It's just nothing more I can do responsibly. If you win this car through the raffle, promise me that you'll visit us on a dry day and that we can really extract everything from this car. It has the AMG driver's package, so it'll do 309 on the speedometer, Joel said. I want to try that out. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you at the next video. Please subscribe to our channel. You would really help us out. Go check out this video, the playlist right there. Enjoy your day. See you guys.